Hey Campoholics, today I got a special gift for you. We're going to highlight some very cool items, some Curt items and ranch hand. As Lippert Ambassadors, they send us these products to test out for you, and we're going to show you today what they're all about. Here we go.
I'm Missy.
I'm Mike.
And we're the Campoholics!
Alright guys, this is the Curt fifth wheel lube plate. You can get these directly from Curt, or you can order them on Amazon. I'll post a link below. This takes the mess out of towing with the fifth wheel. So all you do, just snap this right on there, and you don't have to lube your fifth wheel hitch plate. No lube required when you use this fifth wheel lube plate. All right guys, let's see what we got in the box. Right away the box looked terrible as far as shipping, but you open the box and everything looks nice and intact. It is heavy duty steel. It's got a weight to it, that's for sure. And it looks like it's going to be minimal assembly. Again, this is the Curt Model 18151 cargo basket. And looks like we just have some basic assembly to do. Heavy duty nuts and bolts here, lock nuts. The Curt logo right there. And let me get my socket wrench kit. I'll be right back. Alright guys, first thing you do is mount your connecting plates. These are called connecting plates. You're going to mount them to the basket first. I'm using an 11/16 socket. Alright guys, it's important to note in the directions they state, do not tighten all of these down at once. Wait till you get it fully assembled before you tighten everything down. You have to now install the receiver hitch bar that goes underneath this. And of course we want the Curt label to be shown out front for all to see, so you take this middle bar, receiver bar, and install it inside of the groove here in the basket on the underside. This is going to be our hitch side. So you have two of these that go on the front, forward, and the rear. Then you have one big one here that goes here. And then of course you have this bolt that acts as the pivot point for the basket. Alright guys, I flipped the basket over so visually it's more appealing for the viewer. But this is your hitch point. Alright guys, we're fully assembled. I have it in the receiver of my ranch hand. Receiver hitch is a 2-inch receiver hitch. Just pull your cotter pin here and deploy your basket downward. And there you have your storage basket on the front of the truck. Now we'll tell you, now after looking at this, it does protrude out in front of the vehicle quite a bit. So you can be mindful of that. But on the flip side, it does bring your load, whatever you have in this basket, out in front of you so you can be able to see it. Now, this is what it looks like on the front of a truck with the 2-inch receiver right on the front of it with utilizing the ranch hand. Now, utilizing this in this way on the front of your vehicle, this will extend your load or extend your basket almost 3 foot in front of your vehicle. So it's going to protrude out almost 3 foot in front of your vehicle, just looking like that. So again, this has a 500-pound capacity, 5.5 deep, just over 59 inches wide. 20.5 inches in width, and it has a 5.5 inch height on the side rails. And this is what it looks like on the front of our F450. Takes minimal effort to put it up. All right, my supermodel Randy here, he's going to show you how easy it is to insert the Curt basket into the receiver hitch. It weighs approximately 50 pounds in that neighborhood. So go ahead, Randy, give it a shot, supermodel. Oh, look at that. So notice the hole, again, as we discussed on the truck, is it protrudes out a little bit. So, but that gives you the advantage of being able to fold the basket up, and just like that. Now let's take some measurements from the wall of the camper. It's about 3 inches, and when it is down, Randy, when it's down, it's approximately 14.5 inches from the wall of the camper, giving you a total distance of about, again, almost 3 foot from the rear of the camper.
Now you probably could drill another hole in this, but if you do try to drill another hole in this and try to push it forward, you got to watch that you don't push it forward too far, that it still is going to not hit the camper as you're going down the road.
Yeah, road vibrations may cause that to strike the back of the camper. But the width of it being 50 some inches, again, it does not protrude or cover up the lights of your unit, and it's definitely another alternative to stowing more junk.
Well, you can put your the black tanks that you do to empty out your tanks on the back here.
Yep.
Because I had mine fly out of the back of my truck.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So that was one that I didn't really need to do, but I had it happen. But basically, when it's down, you put this pin on the top hole, not on the bottom, on the top hole. You put that in there and you lock it in here like this. Okay, now what happens is now you lift this up, it won't come up. That's what that's for. So now when you want to store it in the up position, you pull this pin back out, you put it back up. You can put this pin down on the bottom here. And make sure you put the cotter pin back in there. And that keeps it from moving.
That's in the up position.
Yep. Now that pin comes along with it.
The pin comes with it, yes.
The only pin you got to get is for the basket up front there to lock it in. I'd probably get one that you can actually lock itself so nobody steals it. You know how it is in today.
Yep.
So, you know, you can do it either way. You can put one there, even a locking one here if you wanted to, but I think you really don't need to. But it's a great product to haul anything extra that you can't get inside your camper.
All right, guys, also, the Curt has model 18-11 weather bag that you can also buy as an accessory for this basket, this carrier, and it is a very nice, thick,
it's nice.
Yeah, rain cover, weather cover for this basket. So what we've done is Randy has put his generators in there. And what's the benefit of this going to be for you, Randy?
Well, the thing about it is my trailer's an FL380 solid tube. I did not get the generator in it because we really don't do a lot of boondocking. But now that I've done this, I've realized we're going the whole way back to Delaware from Florida. We've been here for 3 months. And now when we go to stop, I can just pull these out and take the bag apart, pull it out, because normally I have them stored up underneath and I got to unhook so I can get in there and put them in there. This way I can actually do this, set them back on and lock them down, put the bag in it, and it's going to be a lot quicker for me. And the nice thing about the bag is now I don't have to worry about covering them. Now they're going to be covered because I pretty much try to always keep my stuff dry as much as I can. So,
yeah, this is a heavy duty bag. I will tell you that the zippers are pretty heavy duty. It's weather tight.
it is.
This will overlap the zippers, and we'll show you that in a few seconds here. All right, it does come with straps. You can feed the straps through here, strap this whole thing down around your basket, and secure it that way so nothing flies out of your basket. But it is an optional part you can get that will complement this Curt cargo basket.
How the straps work is you put one in here and you tie it to here, and then then the next one goes from here inside of here, and the next one goes here and ties into here. It's the same way in the back. So you have a 6-point place where this thing ties itself down like this the whole way across, like that.
6 points of contact.
6 points, and that is one heavy-duty bag.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
All right, Campoholics, let's go ahead now. We'll discuss the ranch hand I installed last October on our F450, and I've had a chance to review it for the last couple months, or last 6 months now probably. So we'll talk about the ranch hand and how it performs on my 450. Pros and cons about the ranch hand, so let's go. All right guys, here is the ranch hand Legend Series grill guard. This is the grill guard produced by Ranch Hand. It's 4 inches, comprised of 4-inch pipe, schedule 40 and diamond plate. This thing is solid. This thing, we've had it, we put it on in November. Lippert owns Ranch Hand. They sent us the drive to give you an overall view of it, what we think of it. I think this is outstanding. This truck tows our home, so we cannot risk anything damaged. So if this can save us from a deer strike, which I've had 10 of them in my lifetime, that's an advantage of this. This mounts right directly to the frame. Very little vibration. My son and I put this on. It took about 3 hours to mount this, to include the rear bumper and the steps, and we'll get to that in a minute. We used the engine lift to pick this thing up and put it in. Lippert shipped it right to us. So Ranch Hand, you can go to Ranch Hand's website and they will find a local dealer near you to purchase one of these and install them. As you can tell, you can hear it, this is heavy duty stuff. This is a 2019 F450. If you want to see it applied to a F250, our friends Wandering Weekenders also have one. I'll put a link to their video description of the same item here. Absolutely love this thing. It really sets the truck off, gives it a heavy duty look. Has a 2-inch receiver right here that you can mount a basket, a bike rack, or whatever you need to take with you. It does have a cutout for your fog lights, and on this particular Ford, I got the front camera. It has a cutout for the camera if you elect to use that, or you can just go ahead and get the full face cover if you want. Downside to it, it's a little cumbersome cleaning behind here. I just use a towel anyway. I don't use a brush, and it takes a few extra minutes. No big deal. Upside is nothing is going to damage your truck.
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. We did have a high impact golf cart strike. The golf cart was going about 20 miles an hour, struck this thing, hit right there, scuffed it a little bit. But I'll tell you what, if this was not on here, it would have done major damage to this truck. Major damage. That's the bad thing about it, or that's the good thing about this, is that we need the protection. We need the protection to protect the thing that tows our home full time. All right, let's come on down here to the side and let's look at the Ranch Hand steps. These are cool. These, again, 4-inch tube, steel schedule 40 pipe they are made of. I love the back step, so I can step right up here, get in the back of the truck, have access to the back of the truck easy. It does not give at all. It's super heavy duty. The downside to it, well, it does have this little cutout right here of the Ranch Hand man. So when you at nighttime, the Ranch Hand man lights up because the light goes through it, it hits the ground, looks cool. But the downside to it, I wish it had more area for your foot, a wider foot plate. Because, you know, size 10.5, bam. It's a little tight.
Well, for me, you immediately, and you step out onto the, you hit this. You step on this. You
hit the pipe and that may cause a slip.
And a lot of people that have ridden with us have said the same thing.
Yep. That's the downside to that, which I agree with. It is a downside. You have to be careful, especially in wet conditions, stepping on this. But the upside, it doesn't give. Again, 4-inch schedule 40 pipe. Does not give. All right, let's take a look at the back bumper. Again, 4-inch schedule 40 pipe. This thing is heavy duty. If somebody backs into you or bumps the back of you, you're going to be the giver, not the receiver of the pain. This thing is heavy duty. It does come with a light cutout, so you can put your light where it needs to go. It does come with cutouts for sensors. We just simply glued the sensors back into the spot with Gorilla Glue. And again, you can notice the big welds on here. These are all made in America. Big heavy duty bumper. All right, coming down here again to the side, you can see the side steps, the ranch hand side steps. And oh, you can get the shadow of the little ranch hand man down there on the grass. Yeah, look at that. Woohoo! But I absolutely love this ranch hand. This may be a cosmetic thing to you. It doesn't bother me. On the 450, your fender does go out beyond the tubing of the bumper. And what else, Misty? Got anything else you want to add to it?
It adds some extra inches when you're parking.
Yeah, it does protrude out some.
Yes.
It does not hinder the ability to get to your tow hooks. So your tow hooks are right down there, and of course notice it is right down there mounted to the frame of the truck. There is no give in this thing.
I think the basket is too much. We tried that.
Well, it depends upon the basket.
The one that we tried, it was way too much, even folded up.
All right, you can go to the Ranch Hand website, check out the Ranch Hand website, and input your truck information, and it'll tell you what will fit your particular truck. The big F250s and 350s and 450s, the Legend Series fits them. Any good sized truck, the Legend Series will fit it. Again, we have full protection here on the front of this from a suicide deer attack, which we've had plenty of them. So, all right guys, we'll see you in the next video. Give this video a thumbs up, and check out Ranch Hand. Bye.